What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2K, and today this is a video that you guys have been requesting for a very long time now. This is going to be an updated defensive settings video for you guys on how to play better defense in NBA 2K20 My Team. Now, I know a lot of you guys are instantly going to be like, Bio, is this the sweat settings? No, this is not the sweat settings that I'm talking about. However, it is probably the closest thing you can get to it. So yeah, I'm not going to be releasing like the sweat settings. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But basically, these are going to be the best defensive settings for you guys. I'm going to kind of walk you guys through the different like defensive play styles you can have, whether it's like, you know, man-to-man, 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone. And then if we get into it, a press. I don't ever recommend pressing in this game, but sometimes it does work out depending on what your opponent does. So yeah, I'm going to be walking you guys through all of those. Real quick, before we get into all that though, I do have to say two things. One, if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, would be greatly appreciated. Every time I come out with one of these videos, you guys kill 100+ likes, so I'm not even going to set a like goal. I just, you know, I have faith that y'all are going to kill the like button anyway. And also, be sure to subscribe if you guys are new, and yeah. So, before we get into the actual settings and in-game stuff, I wanted to talk about your lineup and stuff like that. It's the most important thing. So I'm not even going to touch like the offensive side. I'm going to make that in a separate video and kind of give you guys tips on how to score more and more efficiently and stuff like that. However, defensively, you need to make sure that these three guys right here, your point guard, your shooting guard, and your small forward. So your 1, 2, and 3, same thing, 1, 2, and 3 off the bench. All of them need to have clamps. They have to. They absolutely have to. It's not like, oh, is it okay if my point guard doesn't as long as my shooting guard does? No. They all have to have clamps. Believe me. If they don't have clamps, they're going to get blown by 24/7. Definitely not good at all. Your four position, your power forward, I do like them having clamps as well. It's not entirely necessary. However, most people, as you can see, I run 2 small forwards there. Definitely well worth running a guy with clamps there as well. Same thing with your centers. Your centers, I do recommend having a certain badge called Intimidator. If you guys don't know what that is, it literally says intimidates offensive players, causing them to miss shots more often. It's one of the most broken badges they've ever put in 2K, in the sense that you don't even need to play defense. As long as they're in the general vicinity, they will blow layups, they'll brick wide open shots, stuff like that. So yeah, you want to make sure that your center and sometimes your power forward, and maybe like there's point guards that are in this game that have it too, but you really want to make sure that a lot of your guys do have that badge as well. It's just mainly a necessity on your center. Another good tip for real quick before we get into the actual gameplay is your point guard and shooting guard. Now, you can include your small forward in this as well. I'm mainly talking about your point guard and shooting guard though. You want to make sure that they have a badge called Interceptor. Now, I don't even know if Penny actually has it. I'm sure he does. Yeah, I was going to say. Interceptor says increases chances at getting steals in passing lanes. That is really good for when you set up the defensive settings and stuff like that. It actually helps like the AI actually get a lot of like passing lane steals, as it does say. You guys can see Penny actually does have Intimidator as well. But Interceptor is really good for when you're running zones and stuff like that. People try to make skip passes all the time. That's actually how you nav the ball out of the air. And yeah, it helps you obviously get easy steals and stuff like that. These are what the settings are basically. On-ball pressure, off-ball pressure, you want these both set to tight. This is not going to affect whether you're in a man zone, 2-3 zone, 3-2, whatever it is. It's not going to affect that. You guys can see on like the little map that it shows, you know, when you have it on automatic, they kind of stay a little bit, you know, far away. You don't really want it on smother because it actually will kind of kill you as far as backdoor cuts do. But when you have it on tight, it actually keeps them in passing lanes and stuff like that. So when your opponent tries to, like, you know, if you're clamping them up and they try to throw it, you know, your guy will jump that passing lane for the most part and get that steal. On ball pressure, same thing. When somebody has the ball, I do sometimes actually put this on moderate, which I've been kind of testing out. And the reason why is it actually helps, you know, getting prevented from being blown by and stuff like that. Because you guys can see it says negatives can be exposed to very good shooters. Now, the reason why what I do sometimes when I click on this is you have to make, or when I run it like this, you have to make sure you click on yourself and run up and contest the shot. So this way they're not playing back or anything like that. But for the most part, I do recommend leaving this on tight and tight. So I accidentally had this on middle. You're actually supposed to have this on baseline. That has actually been something that I've been meaning to tell you guys to do. When you put this on baseline, what it actually, you see the positives, it says limits shooting and passing angles. That's like the most important thing, because this way when people are trying to do the drive and kick thing, it actually says give straight lines to the rim, which I know it may sound like a bad thing, but as long as you play the help defense yourself, you'll actually be covering that pretty well. But yeah, like basically what it does is when you're forcing people towards the baseline, if you actually guys play basketball in real life, you know, the baseline is like an additional defender. That's always what it's been called. So if you could put somebody on the baseline and you can force them that way, that line is basically an additional defender because they can't step out there. 2K is very animation based, so if you can bump your opponent a lot, you most of the time can actually push them out of bounds. So when you push them out of bounds, obviously you'll get more turnovers that way, and also it'll actually help you with, you know, shutting down, you know, what's it called, it'll actually shut down, you know, a lot of those, you know, drive and kick players and stuff like that. So again, kind of helps out with stuff like that. Now on ball screen and on ball screen with a center, I put these both on switch. Now you guys can do one other thing here, which sometimes I do put it on go over for the or not the center, excuse me, for the on ball screen. If you put it on go over, simply put, your guy will go over the screen. Now if they go over the screen, what's actually going to happen is you're going to actually give them more of a lane to the hoop. However, a lot of players this year don't look to do that. They don't look to really drive. Like, realistically, you're going to go up against two things. You're going to go up against a rim runner. You're going to go up against somebody that spams threes. If they're spamming threes, use go over. If they're using, if they're rim runners, put this on switch. It'll actually prevent your guys, you know, like what'll happen is, you know, they hit the screen and then your center will actually come down or whoever and will switch and actually prevent that actually from happening. So again, it's very tricky, and honestly, like, people don't understand, like, just because you set these settings up, you're not going to get instantly get stops and stuff. You actually want to make sure that you're setting it up and then adjusting it to what your opponent does. So again, if your opponent is chucking a lot of threes and you're noticing, hey, like, you know, we're leaving him wide open, okay, go put it on go over. If you notice that he's, you know, just rim running, put it back on switch. Those are your two best options for that. Stay attached, very good one as well. You guys can see, like, if you look at the map versus where it says no versus yes, you guys can see when you put it on yes, he's hugging that screen a hell of a lot more. So again, a lot of people like to spam, you know, pick and rolls, pick and pops, and stuff like that. If you put this on stay attached, you'll stay attached to the screener. If they're more doing pick and rolls and again trying to attack the rim, you want to put this on no. However, a lot of people, like I said, try to just chuck threes, so you want to keep this on yes. It'll kind of prevent people from, you know, doing pick and pops, chucking it over you and stuff like that. And when you're staying attached, like I said, you'll be contesting those shots. But again, it's also 2K20, so they might just smack a bunch of contested shots in your face. It is what it is. So last two things here, screen help rules and drive help rules. You want to put this both to no help. Both of these being on no help. Again, the only negative is the fact that you have to switch it yourself. You have to user, you know, the guy in the paint and whatnot. If you don't, you're going to be giving up a lot of wide open layups. But that other settings actually do help kind of prevent that, but you're still going to have to adjust to it yourself. Putting this on no help gives or helps you prevent a lot of wide open corner threes and stuff like that, because it's really stupid how that happens anyway. I know a lot of people do like using pre-rotate. I don't like doing that just because, again, that is how you get a lot of stupid animations that happen, because your opponent can like do that thing where they zigzag a little bit and then drive forward and then immediately walk back, and then doing that, it'll force people to rotate in, and you don't want that to happen. So again, these are just the defensive settings in this screen. Again, feel free to go back, pause the video, do what you guys need to do, and kind of, you know, ask me questions too. If you guys need help down below, feel free. Adaptive coaching engine, I always keep it off. I know people were saying that if you leave it on defensive only, it'll help you adjust to what your opponent is doing. I don't recommend doing that by any means. So again, I recommend keeping that off. And then there's one other thing that I will show you in the matchup screen, but that'll be more for when we are in the game, the unlimited game. So yeah, those are just basically all the settings. Again, I'll show you guys. It's tight. You want to force direction to the baseline. You want to put on ball screen and on ball screen for the center, both on switch. You're going to put it on stay attached to yes. And then at the bottom, screen help rules and drive help rules, both on no help. All right, so again, we are here in the unlimited game, and again, same thing. We're going to go tight. We're going to go force direction to the baseline, and then again, we're going to go switch. We're going to go switch, stay attached, yes. Coming down, drive help, no help. And then again, coach says we're going to turn that off. Obviously, I will cover what to do in the offensive settings video when we do that, but matchup screen here, you guys can see his team. Normally, what you could do is put your power or your small forward there, point guard there, shooting guard there. If you have a guy like Kawhi, basically what that does is actually make your opponent just very frustrated. I'll leave it and actually show you guys what I mean by that. Just because when you leave it like that, it'll annoy the hell out of people, and again, you will see what I mean. So I'm gonna let my opponent get the tip off here. I'm not gonna click anything, and then again, you're gonna actually want to set this to no threes. We're gonna give up a dunk here. Yeah, that's on me. You're gonna put that on wall up as well, and then I'm gonna show you guys the rest. And also, there actually is a new thing to do there that I'm gonna explain in a second here. Obviously, you know, like I said, we did let him score pretty easily there, which was my fault. B Roy, let's go, baby. And then again, you're gonna put this on crash the glass, and then you're gonna put this on play physical. Now that is all coming from the setting based off right on the D-pad. You guys can see right there that button. Let's go. Good defense. If he was allowed to make that somehow, I might have actually just broken something. I'm not even going to lie to you, boys. Let's go, Penny. There we go. There's a good green. So that's what we need. So now we're going to set up our defense here. So you guys can see Kawhi is actually going to go and play on the point guard now. So when you're doing that, you actually want to make sure that you are fixing the rotations yourself, like I did say. He's going to try to spin. We're going to cut that off. Right there, you guys can see Giannis is going to try to force him to the baseline, which, like I said, people are going to get bailed out. It is what it is. We actually did a good job at shutting that down. There's just nothing you can do sometimes. And you guys know that. You know, I don't need to, I'm not going to sit here and explain that to you guys. Patience, easy buckets right there. Again, so my opponent right now, from what you want to do is you want to kind of read how your opponent plays. My opponent is very baited in the sense that he is throwing the first open look that he's getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to try to throw that first open pass that he thinks is going to be open, and that's what you want to take advantage of. So an opponent like that, you actually want to go into a zone. He doesn't have, you know, a lot of good shooters and stuff like that. Like I said, I mean, he does, obviously, but right there, we're closing out on that screen. Perfect. I don't know how that was only a 5% contest, but it's all good. Not worried. B-Roy wide open. Green bean. Like I said, we're going to set this back up. So when you are in a zone and you do see that your opponent is looking to chuck a lot of threes like my opponent is doing here, that was my fault. I pulled him away. What you actually want to do is you want to set it to 4 corners tight. When you do that, it'll actually prevent your opponent from getting wide open. Why would you not just take the freaking dunk that you had? Like, I don't understand. So again, you're going to put this on 4 corners tight, and now that we actually have it set up here, we're actually going to be in all the different passing lanes and stuff like that. He's going to look to kick this to the corner here. Shut down. Like I said, you want to just make sure you're switching back and forth. Make sure he's not getting anything open. And again, interceptor is what helps that out right there. You being able to get those, you know, those steals in those passing lanes. So I can already tell my opponent is, like I said, he's a pretty baited player, and we're just going to have to take advantage of that. So he's going to look to try to kick this to Curry in a minute here. Again, we're going to look to take advantage of that. It's going to go back to Butler. If he didn't green that shot, that wasn't going to go in. So we did a good job contesting that shot. When you do run a zone, I do recommend actually, you know, paying attention to where he likes that, or where your opponent likes to pass it to. You know, jump those passing lanes and stuff like that. Right there, he throws a bad pass. It's actually going to result in an easy steal and a wide open corner 3 for us. So kind of works out. We're getting our nice transition offense here. We're building out a lead already, and like I said, you want to pay attention to what they like to do. This is going to be a pass right back to Curry. Never mind, he's going to throw another pass into the paint to Bill Russell. Those settings that I told you to set up before, it actually helps your guys prevent anything inside the paint as well. So again, we're going to look at this cross-court pass here. Kawhi is in that passing lane. You guys can see he's going to kick this to Curry here most likely. We've actually been running a zone, and it's been forcing my opponent into taking a lot of bad shots and getting a lot of bad turnovers and stuff like that, which obviously is, you know, what we are trying to do out here. So there we go. We're in these passing lanes. We're playing good defense again. Let's go. We're right there. Penny, I appreciate you. Again, that is like the bonus of having interceptor. When you have that badge, it actually does help you and, you know, get those steals in those passing lanes. Just like how Kawhi just got that for him. That's a terrible shot. I could show you guys, you know, the box score like I did, and I told you guys a lot of wonky stuff is going in, and it's exactly stuff like that is what I meant. You know, you guys know this game is terrible in the sense that dumb stuff is going to go in a lot more than it should. But we're still playing great defense. Oh my God, man. Okay, anyway, we are still playing great defense, doing what we have to be doing. We're getting him to take bad shots. It's just he is making a lot of them, but you guys know that is obviously the equalizer in 2K here. So you guys might not actually see anything or like a lot from that first half. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna make a video where I'm sitting here raging the whole time. It's just not fair to you guys. And I really do want to show you guys, you know, how well these settings do work and stuff like that. It's just the first half was filled with him smacking nothing but contested shots. So I'm not going to show you guys that. We are doing a very good job, though, at still playing defense. You know, we're sticking with him, getting him to take these bad shots. yeah, like I said, it's all good. We have a good lead, so we're doing what we have to be doing. We've gotten him to force up a lot of turnovers, which is good. And like I said, he's taking the shots that we want. Like, I'm not gonna stress it, like I said, but unfortunately, that is what has been happening all game. And yeah, obviously it is what it is. Like I said, you guys know that this game is not good. It's not good at the end of the day, but me sitting here telling you guys that it's not a good game ain't gonna do any justice. You guys can see he's missed 5 shots, and the shots that he's been taking has been like literally terrible shots like that. So we're doing good. Like I said, we just got to continue playing good defense. We did a good job there recovering after the rebound as well. DeRozan's gonna be wide open in the corner, and greening your shots, I'm telling you guys, is such a huge difference in this game. He's greened 1 shot, or 2 shots, excuse me, and it was like a dumb contested shot from like half court, and stuff like that. So again, right there, like, we're getting him to do what we want. It's just there's just unfortunately sometimes where you just can't really control what happens here. Like, and you guys know that. I don't have to sit here and tell you guys, but you guys can see we're greening all of our shots. We're doing what we need to be doing. We're gonna actually get back into a zone because that's what was working out for us. We get him to take bad shots like that. We're trying to get in the passing lanes and stuff like that, but we can't because freaking Shaq is just in the way. But yeah, we're doing a good job. Let's go. Good defense. There we go. Stick with it. Okay. Like, I can't, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I keep, you know, trying to talk my way through this freaking video, and it's getting very hard because oh god, it's getting so hard, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is getting impossible. We are doing so nice, or so good on offense. We're doing exactly what we need to be doing here, and it is just so frustrating. Thank you. It finally lets me. All right, I'm trying my hardest right now to, you know, stay positive for you guys and talk through this video. So I'm gonna say the same thing I've said about 100 times now. We are in every single passing lane. We are doing what we need to be doing here. We're playing very well. Like you guys can see, we are forcing him into taking terrible shots, throwing up terrible passes. We're playing really good help defense. We're gonna leave him open right there. That's on me. I kind of gave up after the first 2 steals we should have had. But yeah, you guys can see, like, we are playing very well. You know, we're getting a lot of different turnovers throughout this game. We're forcing him into taking those bad shots and whatnot. It's just, unfortunately, like, this is just the way that this game is, that, you know, you really don't have to do much and you get a whole lot out of the game. Let's go. Good contest right there. Good rebounds. There we go. Everybody's playing good defense again. We just got to keep that going. Penny, this is, I was going to say, a wide open dunk for you. There we go. We're going to extend the lead back to 18. We just got to keep going, doing what we're doing. We're playing fine. We just, you know, like I said, if we could just get the steals, that would be nice. So if you guys don't know why I told you guys to put the, you know, your small forward at the, or on your point guard or in the opposing point guard, mainly what happens is when you go up against somebody that does 5 out and stuff like that, it actually helps you prevent them from getting, you know, those wide open dunks at the rim. Kind of like this. Like, if I 5 out against Curry, I could score almost every single possession. Like, the only times I won't are like those like random little, you know, bump turnovers and stuff that happens. Or not bump turnovers, but you know what I mean? Like, those like random ass times where you just like fumble the ball for no reason, like things like that. So actually end up winning this game by 30, which actually works out really nice. You guys can see B-Roy actually came in kind of clutch. Giannis was 6 of 6 for us. We definitely should have made him miss a lot more. You guys can see we shut him down from 3, which is really nice. He did have 11 turnovers, and he did shoot like 57%. Honestly, man, I'm telling y'all, these settings actually work really well. We should have shut him down a lot more than what we did. Mainly, like, the problem, like I said, was just him, like, he greened probably 5 or 6 shots, I would say, and each shot that he greened, 1 said wide open, the rest said 25 to 40% contested. So he just greened some good shots, I guess, but other than that, he was just hitting contested shots. They were bailing him out with free throws. I mean, unfortunately, there's nothing you could do, so it is what it is. You guys can see, like, second quarter, he didn't miss. I mean, like literally the first half, he shot 79%. Like, sometimes there's nothing you can do. You can play all the defense in the world, but if 2K doesn't want you to, you know, if 2K doesn't want to let you actually play defense, there's nothing you can do. But you guys can see, second half, 38% shooting. We really shut him down, and that's just kind of what you need to do, and that's how you win these games. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to hit that like button if you guys did enjoy it and this video did help you guys out. Like I said, 100+ likes today alone. If you guys could do that for me, I will release the offensive settings video tomorrow for you guys. So yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.